France, the Regency, 1715 to 23. 1. The young Voltaire, 1694 to 1715. He was not yet Voltaire. Till his release from the Bastille in 1718, he was François-Marie Arouet. He was born in Paris on November 21st, 1694, and became its distilled essence till 1778. His presumptive father, François Arouet, was an affluent attorney, acquainted with the poet Boileau and the courtesan Ninon de l'Enclos, whose wills he wrote, and with the dramatist Pierre Corneille, whom he described as the most boring mortal he had ever met. The mother, Marie Marguerite d'Aumar, was of slightly noble lineage, daughter of an official of the Parlement, and sister of the Comptroller General of the Royal Guard. Through them she had access to the court of Louis XIV. Her vivacity and sprightly wit made her home a minor salon. Voltaire thought she possessed all the intellect in his parentage, as his father had all the financial skill. The son absorbed both of these gifts into his heritage. She died at the age of 40 when he was 7. Of her 5 children, the eldest was Armand, who adhered zealously to the Jansenist theology and the patrimonial property. François-Marie, the youngest child, was so sickly in his first year that no one believed he could survive. He continued till his 84th year to expect and announce his early death. Among the friends of the family were several abbés. This title, meaning father, was given to any secular ecclesiastic, whether or not he was an ordained priest. Many abbés, while continuing to wear ecclesiastical dress, became men of the world and shone in society. Several were prominently at home in irreverent circles. Some lived up to their title literally but clandestinely. The Abbé de Châteauneuf was the last lover of Ninon de l'Enclos and the first teacher of Voltaire. He was a man of wide culture and broad views. He passed on to his pupil the paganism of Ninon and the skepticism of Montaigne. According to an old but questioned story, he introduced to the boy a mock epic, La Moisade, which was circulating in secret manuscripts. Its theme was that religion, aside from belief in a supreme being, was a device used by rulers to keep the ruled in order and awe. Voltaire's education proceeded when his abbé tutor took him on a visit to Ninon. The famous Hetera was then, 1704, 84 years old. François found her dry as a mummy, but still full of the milk of woman's kindness. It pleased her, he later recalled, to put me in her will. She left me 2,000 francs to buy books with. She died soon afterward. To balance this diet, he was entered, age 10, as a resident student at the Jesuit College of Louis le Grand on the left bank of Paris. It was reputed the best school in France. Among its 2,000 pupils were such sons of the nobility as could bear an education. In his 7 years there, Voltaire made many of the aristocratic friends with whom he maintained an easy familiarity throughout his life. He received a good training in the classics, in literature, and especially in drama. He acted in plays presented there, and, aged 12, wrote a play himself. He did well in his studies, won many prizes, and delighted and alarmed his teachers. He expressed disbelief in hell and called heaven the great dormitory of the world. One of his teachers sadly predicted that this young wit would become the standard-bearer of French deism, that is, a religion that discarded nearly all theology except belief in God. They endured him with their customary patience, and he reciprocated by retaining, through all his heresies, a warm respect and gratitude for the Jesuits who had disciplined his intellect to clarity and order. He wrote when he was 52, "I was educated for 7 years by men who took unrewarded and indefatigable pains to form the minds and morals of youth. They inspired in me a taste for literature and sentiments which will be a consolation to me to the end of my life. Nothing will ever efface from my heart the memory of Father Poré, who is equally dear to all who have studied under him.